Today's episode is a very simple message, and someone, no names being mentioned, will be listening to this episode. And yes, this is about the conversation that we had at one of the launch tour dates, but I think it's a really important message for everybody. Now, that message is very simple, right? How often do you think you have a great candidate, but the market doesn't actually respond to that candidate? So what I mean by this is an individual comes up to me and says, I'm new to recruitment, I'm yet to make my first placement, I'm really close, I've got some good clients, yada, yada, yada. I go, great. So tell me about the roles you've got at the moment. Oh, well, haven't really got too many that I've got kind of this over here, there, but, he went on to say, I've got two great candidates though. I'm like, great, I love a good candidate. What are we doing with them? Oh, I'm getting them to the market. Okay, and what's the response been? Oh, well, I haven't got them any interviews yet. I go, okay, what are these candidates? And the answer was, oh, well, one's got 35 years experience in yeah. The other one's got like 40 years experience, blah, blah, blah. Just knowing most recruiting markets and where most recruiting takes place in that sort of 8 to 10 year senior bracket, I just said, it might be a great candidate on paper in terms of years of experience, the projects they've done, and just their legacy and how long they've been around in the market. But is that what the market wants? And clearly, if you've got two of these people and you've taken them to town and you're not getting any interviews, there is no real desire for these people. And you could just see the look go, oh my God, you're right. Like, I'm looking at this like they've got so much experience and they're really good at what they do. And of course they are good at what they are, but of course they are good at what they do, but if the market doesn't want them, then they're not a good candidate. So as cutthroat and as rude as that might sound, that's how I view things. When a market says, hey, I want to interview that candidate, and 5 people say I want to interview that candidate, I go, what is this candidate about? This is a good candidate. And typically it's going to be in around that senior bracket. It's that perfect cross-section of experience and price point, right? Is that a great candidate can very much differ, or what you perceive as a great candidate can very much differ to what the actual market wants. And if you're not getting interviews for your candidates, you need to think, well, what do they actually want? Because taking oranges when the market wants apples is not going to get you any results. If the market wants apples, you say, what sort of apples? Do you want red ones, yellow ones, or green ones? Do you want big ones, small ones? Do you want crispy ones? Do you want Australian ones? Do you want New Zealand ones? What do you want within apples? That's where we got to shift our thinking when it comes to... I know this is 101, but if someone has come up to me and has had this problem, then there's someone else who's also having this problem too. And this is all this thing is about. This podcast is about sharing ideas and making sure that everyone gets a step further today in their journey. So even experienced recruiters could take this away. You might have a great CV and you go, that's a great CV, and yesterday it was a great CV. But what does today want? What is today's market asking you for? Are you actually on point with what the market's asking you for? Really look at it, because it's amazing how quickly the market can shift and what the needs are and how rapidly they can change. Okay? That's today's episode. Look at that. 3 minutes 37 or whatever we're at the moment. I'm excited for a short episode because we can get back to our desk and kick ass. Like, share, subscribe. Helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day and may all your deals come true.